Yes, we are here. Welcome to the Supreme Team with Rhonda Supreme,
And I'm the prolific.
and we have a guest today. Want to
Yes, we
introduce your
do.
guest
We
Yes.
have our special
and say
guest,
her name right?
Ta Sha Douglas.
Ta
Yeah.
Sha, is it Ta Sha?
Yes, it is. Ta
Ta
Sha.
Sha,
Yes.
I like that. Look at
Thank
that.
you.
Ta Sha. All
Yes,
Thank you.
right.
indeed.
Thank you
We
for
want to
welcoming
welcome Ta Sha
me.
to the Supreme Team today on Free Agent Radio. Remember, you can listen in 24 hours, 7 days a week, but the Supreme Team airs on Saturdays at 6 p.m.
That's right. DJ Cam, Supreme Team,
Yep.
Free
So
Agent Radio.
listen, I know it's been a whirlwind of a first quarter of 2021. You know, they're giving out money to everybody now too.
Well,
Yeah.
that won't be true until it gets to my mailbox.
Oh, poor baby.
So you
Poor
can have
baby.
for others.
Yeah, but you can also go get some money too. You can apply for all kinds of things. They're giving away they're giving away a whole lot. Matter of fact, I even heard, now is this true? I heard that if you owe $10,000 in taxes from last year, that they're wiping it clean.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
I
Biden's working
heard
on
you.
that. I think he's working on that because my son was real excited about it. So we'll see.
Yeah,
Ten
that was
thousand or less. I don't
fun.
know. Let's look into it. Matter of
Yeah,
fact, while we're on here, I'm gonna look it up. How about that?
You do
that's
that. Because I'll be some good news for a lot of
That will
black
help
folks.
out a lot
nice
of
to know
people.
that.
That will help out a lot of people. So so Sean, what's been going on? Tell us,
I'm
tell us
good.
how you met Tasha.
We met, and you have to confirm this, Tasha. We met on Facebook, I think in a Prince fan page.
Yes, yes. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I can't remember if it was the fan page, but it was definitely through Facebook we met.
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
We do have that Prince fan connection though. I think I'm
Oh
Prince fan.
yeah, definitely. He's
And
a
it was just like, I saw her, we were in a group, we added each other, and touch and go over the years.
Uh-huh.
And then I just became a follower and a fan of Tasha as she pursued her career. And why don't you tell us about your career background?
Yeah, I'd like to know. I heard you act and all, so let us know.
yes, yes. I actually I moved out in LA like 18 years ago in 2003 to pursue acting, and definitely came out here, was in different music videos and different TV shows and things like that, and got my career off the ground. And unfortunately, through that, I was hit with breast cancer. And when I was faced with that huge obstacle, it definitely changed my life in so many areas. And God led me to rethink my life and my purpose. And I went to the seminar. I don't know if you ever heard of Lisa Nichols.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh, yes,
I
absolutely.
so yeah, I went to Lisa Nichols, and when I saw her on stage, God, like he said, that's going to be you. And I'm like, no.
Really?
He was like, that's going to be you. And and I just was like, just running away from it, the whole
Really?
time, because I saw myself as, I'm going to be this movie star. I'm going to be this actress. And that's where I saw myself as since I was very young. So when that was presented to me, I was like, no. But fast forward, going to Lisa Nichols has changed my life. I built my relationship with God, and I became a life coach. I've been doing that for the last 5 years, and I love it and I enjoy it. And I'm a
Wow.
motivational speaker, and yeah, it's just been amazing. So I'm here I know that I have a gift to connect with people and to inspire and to change um, them for the better. So that's what I want to do, is just help people the through my experience, lessons, and knowledge and wisdom, give that back to our community and anyone that's open to hear it so they can change their life. So mindset is key, spirituality, self-awareness, and that's what's missing. It's a lot of books and information, but being taught is a whole nother level of things. And we're not being taught. We're just given the information, but nobody's sitting there and teaching people, walking with them.
That is true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
That is
so we need coaches. We need life coaches like you.
Yeah. That's an impressive mission.
Yes. Well, thank you. I mean, it's dear to my heart, and the more you in tune just with yourself and God, like I said, self-awareness. I had to go through that growth myself to understand the importance of it. And I'm just happy that God has given me that gift to be able to share that with other people so they could change their life. Because yes, there's things that we don't have control over. But the one thing we do have control over is the decisions and choices that we choose to make. And a lot of times we're not even aware that, I control my own life. Like, I don't have to do this.
Oh my goodness. Who are you telling? I was that yes girl. Somebody asked, I felt like I was obligated because somebody asked me. Just because they asked me, I felt like I was obligated to do it. And I feel bad if I don't, if I'm like, oh, I gotta do it because they asked me.
But let's review our roll call here, our astrological roll call. We have a Gemini and 2 Sagittarius in the house, and all of us are mutable.
Gemini.
So I think we can all relate with like being people pleasers and feeling like we have to be there for
definitely. Sagittarius are definitely people pleasers because I live with my niece. We lived together for 2 years, and she did everything to please me, my child, and everybody around. And I'm like, what about you? Like, she really, you guys are.
Yeah, we're naturally people pleasers and just want to give our hand to help everyone. I'm just opening my eyes, fully. I knew that I've been doing it for a long time, but my last was my family. It was like my business people, pleasing them, then my friends, and then God had to show me, like, you're still pleasing people. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Yes, you are.
Well, being a fire sign, we share the light. We bear the light. And but in order to keep a fire burning, you have to feed it. And sometimes, the fire just keeps burning and we're not feeding it, and nothing keeps that fire, burning bright, and we feel burnt out. That's why I guess that's where the word burnt out comes from.
It might be.
Because it's just like you just keep blazing and nothing is going into the fire to keep it bright for others, and that's when you just get
going to burn out.
Yeah, you get burnt out.
Totally agree. We have to feed, just like we have to feed our souls, our mind, just like we got to feed our bodies, right? Our bodies need nutrition. So I'm learning that too, but you need to know like what you need to fill your soul with, whether certain people you need around each individual.
Definitely.
Like nature, that fills their soul. I'm learning that about myself, like I need to be one. The more I do that for myself, the more I feel at peace, and then I can operate, at 100 instead of 30 or 60 because I'm protecting myself. So
that's good to know.
Yeah.
So you actually have a service that like people can email you and call you and say they need to what do they say? Like they're having difficulties in some areas of their life, or
who I work with specifically, because I told you my background was in acting, so I do work with a lot of actors, but I also work with a lot of entrepreneurs and people that's basically stuck. They don't know like where to go. They're trying to figure out the next step in their life, whether it's an entrepreneur or they're being stuck with, my actors being stuck. What's the, with their confidence and getting the roles that's meaningful, whether that role is an acting job or that role is something in your life that's meaningful for you, figuring out the obstacle, the blocks that we have, the learned behaviors that we have. There's so many different things that will stop us, and the main thing is ourselves. We're really the ones that's stopping anything that's happening in our life. But we got to figure out why and get to the core of that. And if we don't, then we're going to keep repeating the cycle. The car may change, the person may change, but the cycle continues. And that's what you want to stop.
That's true. That is true. Wow.
Yeah. So
I know you're not a psychologist and you're an actor's coach. Do actors come and they talk about the complications of the industry, like, trying to, get past certain complications, like, what happens in casting and things like that? How do you get around that and still pursue your career without being exploited?
Yeah, definitely a lot of actors, come to me, with that specific issue. And again, it's a mindset more so issue. I mean, those things exist and you want to be aware of that. But it comes down to what you have to change yourself. We can't change people. So you have to start, a lot of time it's their core beliefs. That it's just like a lot of actors come to me and they're like, they think that I'm the starving actor, right? Well, if you think that, that's what you're going to be, the starving actor. You whatever you believe, that's what manifests.
I'm glad you said that, because that I didn't used to think that.
Yeah,
there's proof in my life. There were things that I focused on, and they came true.
Yes,
not knowing that I was doing it until later. I'm like, wait a minute, I said this over and over and over, and it was negative, so it brought about a negative result. And I said, wow, I got to be careful what I say, because I said it every day. And I got what I asked for. I got what I asked for, and I was like, no.
And we don't realize that.
No, you don't.
Yeah, the universe does hear you.
Because we're part of the universe. We are part of the universe. We're every molecule, every cell. It's all connected. But they don't teach you that when you're little. Nobody teaches you that. All they teach you is, no, don't do that. Stop. That's all I do. Stop. Definitely. Don't do that. No, but nobody explained anything.
Yeah.
Just no, I can't do it. Just stop. I guess I shouldn't do it. And nobody explained any of it, but you know what? They didn't know. So
the power of the word and the spirit of the word,
We're just in these bodies. That's it. For right now, we're experiencing things, but we can change things, and we can, manifest, like you said. You said manifest.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Good or bad, awareness is key. Like you said, these things aren't taught. I mean, and I want to extend the olive branch, for both of us, all three of us, making a commitment to share what we're hearing. We may not be the one to actually be the one to make the actual change, but these things need to be mandated. Like self-awareness, like the whole school system needs to be like, start from fresh.
Oh my goodness, yes.
You know what I mean? So like we got to put that out there, right? And lawmakers and all of that. But we can start spreading the word, right? I'm spreading the word to my daughter. I'm spreading the word to different people. I may not be the exact one that makes that change, but putting it out there. You know, that's the only way, because they're leaving it up to the parents that's working all day. But then we're putting our kids in your hands, but then you're teaching them things that they're not even using. When have I used calculus? When have I used algebra 2? When have I used chemistry?
If
When
you're
have-
not going to be an engineer, why would you take calculus? And that's why I like charter schools, because they find what's special in that child, what that child is good at, and they focus their education on that, because they know, if you're good in math, you could be an engineer. So we're putting you in these classes.
Absolutely.
Public school doesn't do that. Everybody learns the same thing, except how to remember. Like they always said, the 3 R's, reading, writing, arithmetic. Well, they call it arithmetic. But what about how to like remember things, like or just like I don't know. It's like even reading, because I know I had a problem with reading. I had to read things over and over and over because I didn't have that thing to like remember what I read. But they have classes on that, like in college and outside, like how to like speed read and remember everything that you. Why don't they teach that to you in school? I don't understand that. Do you know how much easier it would be to get through speed reading?
Well, Rhonda, to go back to your original comment, it's like what we were really talking about was like affirmations. And we aren't really taught affirmations, and
no.
the only
people, I've met people that parents did do that. Very few.
Yeah.
Very few. My parents didn't.
Most affirmations we're familiar with are like in church. You know how church they tell you affirmations.
You gotta believe in have faith.
Yeah. But like self affirmations and affirmations just for daily confidence and boosting yourself and programming your mind to focus on what's positive instead of believing, because that mentality, that Peanuts mentality, that Charlie Brown mentality, and Winnie the Pooh mentality can really be addictive.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
It can.
Because more things that are negative, you're aware, you can see more negative things happen in the world than positive things, to a point where the positive things almost look like miracles, especially if you're growing up in the city where all you're seeing is violence and crime. Every now and then you see something good happen.
That's
and
true.
it seems like a miracle. So you really have to talk yourself out of it. You have to talk yourself into a state of mind where you have to say it so much that when you get under stress, that's the first thing your mind jumps to. Because when you're under stress, whatever comes into your mind is the real you. You know what I mean? When you're on the road, then you get into a traffic jam and the road rage profanity comes out.
That's I never do that. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't ever do that. I don't race. I don't do any of that road rage, because I'm like, I'm here because I'm supposed to be here. I must not need to be up there because maybe there's an accident. That's how I think. I'm like, I'm late. I'm late. I call people. I'm late. I don't rush. I don't speed to the light. I don't do any of that. I don't get mad if somebody cuts me off. I'm like, okay, go ahead.
That's good. That's good. But what I'm saying is, like, certain things, when we got under certain stresses, then your real self comes out. So it's like affirmations kind of reprogram your mind, to not latch on to what's negative, because it's so easy to latch on, especially with the media. And it's really easy to fill your mind with a lot of unnecessary information that fills your mind, and you're concentrating on things that you don't need to be concentrating.
Yeah, that's why I don't watch the news at all.
I rarely watch it myself.
But social media has taken the place of the news. Like, there's so many platforms to be distracted with. The
only thing I do is post. I don't read nothing. I just post. I post my show and I'm out. I
can't posting up like in a basketball game.
I post up and I'm out.
Me too.
It irritates me to see when people post fights and arguments and this, I'm like, oh, why would you want to watch that? Like, so that I hate going through the thread. I hate it. Ugh.
That's the value of, like, Stargirl Sierra being on the show, because she's the younger generation and she knows how to she does the language translation, because the generations are different.
They are.
And the different generations are represented by the outer planets that move slower. So like those slower planets, people in those generations have those characteristics in common, and they have that experience and those perspectives in common. So like this new generation is totally, with electronics and software and all that kind of stuff, and we're in the age of Aquarius, and what Aquarius is a fixed sign, and what Aquarius is an air sign, and fixed means authority, air means communication, and that's why we have all this political correctness, and we have this double talk where you can be free on one end, but on the other end you can't say something. So it's just like two values are simultaneously existing. You know what I mean? You look at what we just saw in the Grammys. I mean, did you see the Grammys?
I didn't watch it.
The crazy thing, I normally watch it every year. This is like really the first year in like a long time that I missed it. And
tell us about it. Tell us
about it.
I mean, I saw one video. I saw WAP.
You did? Well, I'm just like me. I just watch it to critique it to see how things change.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And like, there's a lot of female objectifying themselves, and at the same time, we get the same language that they want to be equal and respected, and at the same time, you see things where, Cardi B and
Megan.
Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, and then but you have somebody like Beyonce, who's almost royalty now. You know what I mean? She's the closest thing to musical royalty in the way she conducts herself. I don't see anybody really people look up to her accomplishments, but I don't see anybody really trying to model themselves after the way she carries herself. And it's the same thing with Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama was our first lady for 8 years, and I don't really see anybody who wanted to model themselves. They respected her accomplishments, but like want to be like, nobody elevated their presence like that,
Yeah, I kind of understand what you're saying, because like back in the 60s, like Jackie Kennedy Onassis, people were dressing like her, had their hair like her, like, they modeled themselves after her. They wanted to be her. But it doesn't happen so much anymore.
Even the example that Coretta Scott King set. And then, I just saw a video recently on this channel where The Secrets of Martin Luther King came out.
Everybody was talking about this.
And it's like
something good.
Something good.
Was it good? It was good. Okay, I gotta watch. Everybody's talking about it.
Don't make them make a tell-all movie.
They probably, they are. If they did that,
don't let them. Because
give us two of the secrets. What was it?
He was wilding out.
In what way? In what way?
Sexually.
Well, he's a man.
He was a man of the cloth.
Oh, please. That's even more of a reason.
He was removing a lot of cloth.
Do you know most of the pastors out here doing it? Okay. The ones that I know, I'm telling you.
He was removing a lot of cloth. I'm
saying my experiences, things that have been said to me by the man of the cloth after church.
The rest of the documents are going to be released 2027.
The rest?
Right. The
rest? Why are they holding them? Why are they holding them secret?
Yeah.
Are we still going to be here in 2027? That seems so funny.
The FBI bugged everything. And, J. Edgar Hoover was really on his tail and really wanted to expose him really badly.
Why?
Because they wanted to ruin him, because they wanted to ruin his credibility. Because what Martin Luther King his next mission was, after we had civil rights, was like economic security,
Equality.
equality. Yes, economic equality, and they didn't want that. You
They
know, like
still
some of
don't.
the programs that we're
They
getting
still
now.
don't.
Yeah,
Exactly.
some of the programs that we're just now getting, he was about to start positioning himself to push for
Ooh.
that, you know? And of course, you know, the main reason why people get assassinated is because they don't want change. You know what I mean? And they don't want change. They want to stop that change. So, and they want to
That's
keep it
true.
in a way that benefits the people who are at the top, you know? So, but that
Oh, I
video,
gotta check this out.
oh yeah,
Where's it
it's
at?
it's a it's a
Where's it?
it's a channel where the lady, she does her makeup while she tells the news.
Really?
Yeah. So she starts all bare and raw, and then she does her makeup.
And at the
While,
end, she has her fully
yeah, and
made
by the end
face.
she got her whole face on. You know?
That's different. That's different. I thought you were going to say she got dressed. Because you know
That's
this.
on, that ain't on YouTube. Okay.
Listen, who you telling? All right, so let me see. I'm sorry, I had to plug my phone in. Secrets. What was it?
What's that?
The Secrets of Martin Luther King.
Oh, I mean, I ain't gonna. What you want me to look it up now, right? Where
I'm
you on
looking
it?
it up.
I gotta look at my. I don't even know if I can cut away and still be on screen. Can I?
I'm looking it up. Don't worry about it. You keep talking.
Wait. All right. Let me see.
You
Let me
keep
look at
talking.
my. I think I shared it with a couple people.
Have you guys seen the what's the
What was it?
Coming to America too?
I've seen it about 20 times.
You said
I watch it almost every day. It has me laughing so hard. I have to watch it because Wesley Snipes, first of all.
he was
when he walked down that aisle, I have to watch it every day. When he came in the room and he walked down that aisle like that, I have to watch that every day. And the last scene when they were all dancing and Tracy Morgan was dancing, he was doing,
that was so
and Wesley was swinging like that. I was like, I have to watch it every day.
It was glad that's been putting a smile on your face. So
listen, I don't understand why people are comparing it to the other one. It's not the other one. It's a new movie. Like, stop doing that. I just thought it was hysterical. The girl, what's her name? What's her name? The black girl from Saturday Night Live. I can't remember right now.
Her.
Leslie.
Leslie. Just everybody was just hysterical.
She was
I'm like, this movie is so funny. Like, I have to watch it. I literally have watched it more than 10 times.
Well, no, I did like it, but you're giving it rave reviews.
I love it. It has me laughing all during the movie. I'm just laughing. I love it.
I felt like when I was watching it, I caught myself smiling as I'm watching it, but I didn't really laugh out loud.
I was in tears.
I felt like really good about the movie. I was proud to see everybody. And, you know, aside for a couple of actors, I felt that were miscast. You know, the movie itself was okay. I would have preferred for James Earl Jones to stick around a little longer before they passed him on. And I would have preferred for the barbershop scene to be like a flashback so we can.
No, it should have been their children, their sons. How are they still alive?
Those guys would have been dead.
It should have been their sons. That's what that should have been. It should have been their sons.
Yeah, it was fun. It did have.
I didn't need that part.
Fun.
I didn't need that part at all. That didn't even need to be in there.
What part?
The barbershop at all. That didn't even need to be in the movie at all. Like, why? Like, I didn't laugh at that. I didn't laugh at that at all. But oh my goodness, that movie was so fun. And Wesley did it for me. I don't know. I didn't know he had that.
He was the newest character. He was the newest part.
I didn't know he had that in him. I was like,
oh, you didn't?
When he came down there, I was like, look at Wesley was nice. It was just funny.
He was good. It's a shame what Hollywood did to Wesley. You know what I mean? Because Wesley
that was ridiculous.
Was at the top. I mean, he did a little bit to himself too with the tax return.
It was taxes. Yeah, it was taxes. None of us should be paying taxes. So what?
But anybody black going to jail over money. So
he was all right. When he came out, he should have had a role waiting for him. But it was a good movie. It's the reason I'm watching is because very, very few movies out there right now that make me laugh. So I keep watching it just because it makes me laugh. But I don't know. I commend Eddie for giving so many black actors a job doing this.
Yes.
I mean, he did his thing that way. He hired a lot of people, and more of us need to do that. Have movies hiring black actors and actresses because there's not a lot of work out there for us.
So Ta Sha, what was your favorite part? What was your review on it?
Overall, I mean, there was some, a few parts that I thought was, like she said, when Wesley had came.
It came down that
it chuckled me, a little. But overall, I thought it was okay. I just thought it was okay. But I get where you're coming from, Rhonda. Him giving a lot of actors, opportunity. But one thing you said that even I need to do is, comparing. Just a whole different movie. The one thing that I think that they were trying to do, they were trying to put little like parts in it to make it have some meaning to it. But I just felt
they
like
missed the mark on that.
The storyline itself was just lacking a little.
Oh no, the storyline could have definitely been better. It definitely could have been better. But this is what like Liam Neeson, his movies are always the same. He's always trying to save somebody. He's always trying to get somebody from stopping them to blow. But white people never compare and say, oh, you know what? That movie was just the same, or it was all right. They're always wonderful. Oh my God, that movie was so good. We do that to each other. And I don't know why we do that. And it makes me mad.
Because we're trying to catch up and we have high expectations. That's
or maybe we don't. Maybe we like to beat each other. Maybe we like to beat each other down because they don't do that. Like that man makes the same exact movie year after year after year after year, and everybody says how wonderful. I don't know.
You know what I mean? So we kind of don't like the white perspective is from abundance, and us we're kind of like trying to catch up, and we feel kind of nervous if we have any setbacks that we won't get another opportunity. If it doesn't do well, then we won't get a sequel. Things of that sort. You know what I mean? And it's just like every job means something for our people.
It's not going to do well if we bash it. You know what I'm saying? Like really.
If I can interject, I don't want to say too that we're always bashing too. I want to hold us more accountable and to higher standards too for ourselves. I get what you're saying.
Don't just throw stuff out there.
He does that, right? But I still support him because I don't love every single thing he do, but everything is not for me, and everything I do is not for everyone either. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna like every single thing that everyone does, but
or every producer, right?
Exactly, or vice versa. But I think that we do need to not bash people, but be able to communicate with each other more on like how something could be better, and
right there you go. Have a constructive way of doing it.
Yes.
Instead of just saying, "Oh, that was trash," or
exactly.
Just like you said, the storyline could have been developed better, which it could have been. Because it really wasn't. It was just like, okay, I'm going to get my
they had
son.
a real long time. They
and
had a long time to develop
his son either. He kept calling him the B word. He didn't even call him his son. He kept calling him the B word.
I would have preferred, just to add my own critique.
Right.
I would have preferred for Michael Blackston to play his son. You know, because he's more African. You could
I know
believe
what you're
that was,
saying. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because whoever that was who played him, I don't think we're familiar with him. He's kind of new, and he kind of reminded me of D.L. Hughley. He reminded me of D.L. Hughley in Brothers. He had the same type of presence, and he had the same type of comedic delivery. And they needed to lean more on the African part of it. His connection to Africa, being in America, finding out who his father is, coming to Africa. They should have called it "Coming to Africa," because that's what
They could have. They could have.
They did it backwards.
They could have, because he ended up in Africa.
Yeah, right.
Okay, but yeah, I don't know. I think it was intentional to have him like real regular, like this regular dude. I think it was intentional. I'm not sure, but yeah. So we want to take a music break. You want to take a music break? We're going to take a music break because we're all about the music here at the Supreme Team on Free Agent Radio. So listen, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a flash, and enjoy the music.
All right.
Take what? 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta get something to
3
drink.
minutes. And then we'll wind. Yeah, we'll wind it up.
All right.
No. Where did I put my water? Where did I put my water? Yo. Oh, there it is. I'm tripping. I could not find my water. That whole time I'm looking around for my water.
Where was it? Where was it?
It was in my book cabinet.
Oh. So we're going to do intangibles? That's what it looks like. Well, let's find out more about what she has going on and
That's
what's coming
exactly what I
up.
was about to say.
Yeah. Okay. That's what we'll do. I got.
Right. Okay.
You found your water.
My rib experiment was successful. I just made some ribs.
Yay.
I never did though. I never did ribs outside of a grill. I did it in the house.
Wow. I never. Yeah. Listen. I don't know. I don't cook them much. So. All right. So we're gonna come back. Welcome back to the show, everyone. This is the Supreme Team with Rhonda Supreme.
And the prolific and our
And
special
that's
guest,
right. Ta
God
Sha
Douglas.
Douglas. All
Hey.
right. So we're going to find out more about what Ta Sha has going on. And we found out that you are a life coach.
Yes.
And you gave us some great advice about manifestation and some other, you know, really great tips on how to deal with everyday life. But we want to find out more. We want to know what you have coming up. I'm sure you probably have some events that are what on maybe Zoom or something like that, because I know things are a little different. You know, there's no live events, not like there were. So yeah, what exactly do you provide to the people that want your coaching?
Yes. Well, yeah, absolutely. What do I provide? I do one-on-one coaching. I also do group coaching as well with different organizations or schools or businesses, whoever needs me to come in and coach them. Anyone, like I said, that's struggling with their confidence and feel that they're stuck uh, in a situation that they're trying to, get out of. I'm able to help them. You can follow me on Instagram at Ta Sha Douglas. And you also can email me at actors@tashadouglas.com. So if you go to my website, tashadouglas.com as well, you can also sign up and get a free ebook, and you can get on my mailing list. And I also send out updates. I send out weekly tips, mindset tips. I will be in the future. I'm in the process of not just, like I said, just focusing on actors, but entrepreneurs and trying to figure out what specifically that my audience and clients are struggling with, so I can provide a step-by-step process in an online course. So that's what I'm doing currently. And
And let me ask you,
mhm.
who does your website and your Instagram? Because it just all looks uniformly professional. I love it.
Thank you.
I need that.
I work with someone specifically. I can actually send you her information. She's actually overseas, um, but uh, but yeah, I also can help you with that. Just branding, and that's part of, even with my clients, as far as actors or my entrepreneurs. That's something that I help them with as well. Just knowing how to brand yourself, understanding what that is, that you are a brand, you are an entity, and looking at yourself that way. But you have to see yourself in order for others to see yourself that way. So,
Now, let
Right.
me ask you, as an actress, what was your favorite experience? Like, I'm asking you this because I love your cosmetic commercial, the throwback to the 20s. I love that commercial.
thank
You
you.
really nailed that.
Oh, wow. My favorite experience. I have so many. I think it wasn't even actually on set. It was actually meeting Tyler Perry. I was
Oh,
able to,
really?
yeah, yeah. And I just ran. It's so funny because God is amazing, right? I literally, he had a video of Tyler Perry, and Tyler Perry was talking about basically, pursuing your dreams and giving us this speech. And I was listening to it. So I told my girlfriend, was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, actually. I told my girlfriend at the time, I was like, I don't know, God is telling me we need to look at this Tyler Perry video. So come over here, let's look at this video. I don't know why, but he's telling me to look at it. So we looked at the video, and then we went to lunch, and then we end up going to this place called Boa. It's on Sunset in Hollywood. And we go to Sunset to just, get some cocktails and stuff like that. And I'm pulling up, and who pulls in front of me? It's like zoom, like right in front of me.
Crazy.
Yeah, in a Rolls Royce. He
What?
gets out,
And then you just watched. Oh my goodness.
We just had a Tyler Perry actor last
On
episode on the show, Patrick Fawcett,
from the Have and Have Not.
On the Have and Have Nots.
And you're bringing him up again. I guess I'm going to meet him soon. I don't know what's going on.
So
it's so crazy. It happened, but I manifested. I was like, I'm going to meet him one day. I said, I'm going to meet.
Girl, go ahead.
A lot of different people that I said that I was going to meet when I moved out here, and I met almost everyone that I said I wanted to meet. I mean, even my experience, I met Will Smith and Jada, and that whole experience like literally changed my life as well. Yeah. So as like I said, we had pulled up, and he pulled up and got out, and he just went into the restaurant that we were going to. We were planning on going there. We went in there, and we like trying to like on the slide, like, where is he going? So he went like in the back, and we was like we were trying to wait on him, but we had other things we had to do.
Okay.
We ended up leaving out, but Lord we hope he comes out right after we just like, you know what? It wasn't meant to be or whatever. Go out there. Here comes Tyler Perry getting his car. The same we get the car. So I was able to meet him, talk to him. My girlfriend's from New Orleans. So, but he just gave me some encouraging words, and he was just so down to earth and just told us, he was like, this was just meant to be. I told him, I was like, literally, we just watched your video. And then, he was like, look, don't give up, whatever you want to pursue, keep God first. And just the words that he gave me, I really held on to them. And so, and I was like, Tyler, I need a ride. I was like, can I get a ride with you? He was like, I ain't messing with you, girl.
Oh,
but he was so
nice
it was really cool. He really took a minute and just, chatted with us and stuff. And it was really nice. So,
very nice.
That was a huge, moment for me. I think you think that your experience, I mean, on set as well, I definitely met a lot of people being on set, whether they were famous or not. I just had a lot of great experience, and just up and coming, actors as famous now that, when I was on set with them, they, like Michael B. Jordan and I
saw your photo shoot with Cat Williams. What's Cat like?
Oh,
wow.
Crazy experience.
I know it had to have been.
I love Cat Williams.
But he is naturally, I will give it to him, he's funny as hell. He is really, really, really funny. And actually, in spite of a lot of people may have say all these crazy things about him, I did get to like truly meet him and have a lot of one-on-ones with him, and get to talk to him and get to know him. But it was like a lot of crazy experiences as well, because I was working for him for a while. and marketing for his up and coming clothing line that he had, and he was rapping. It was just so much stuff that
But did
like
he keep you laughing? Did he keep you laughing?
he always had me laughing, and he kept me busting upside the head too. So
Wow.
That must have been really fun.
one thing I can say that a lot of people I've made, obviously they don't know that I have this relationship, but when I actually had breast cancer, I can say that he was one person when he found out that I had cancer, he actually gave me enough money to, be okay during my process. Let's just say
Wow.
that.
Oh, bless him.
See,
Oh,
Yeah.
and Cat is a Virgo, and Earth represents material stability. You know what I mean, and being a mutable sign, helping, being a people pleaser. That
Yeah.
was just a total act of kindness.
Yeah. So as much as he's crazy, and I want to like because we, had little tips here and there with working with him and things.
I can see it's not too hard to piss him off.
Not understanding him, not understanding myself as well,
Yeah.
especially during that time. But yeah, I will forever be grateful for him being in my life, knowing me and doing that for me during that time. It meant so much. So yeah.
that is
Those are little stories
story. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want a few tips for us. What life coach tips.
okay.
I need some.
Before you get us, let me just say, Rhonda needs a little bit of tips because she already has star power. Rhonda has star power. You don't know Rhonda's paper. You don't know her paper trail. Rhonda has a very impressive paper trail. Okay,
Tips.
It all started with his homecoming queen.
Some tips, right?
That's
oh
right.
my God!
It all started
all the
with
way back to high school talking about homecoming queen.
She's been a star since high school. Okay.
Well, we definitely could learn from each other always. So
yeah. I love tips on, I just like to be I like the reaffirmation over. Sometimes I need it because I forget. I'm like, I get, in those moments. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Well, affirmations are important for you can look at it astrologically and how it applies. Like affirmations are important for you being a Gemini, a person of words and communication and being emotional. It's important for those words to like really inspire you. But like for us, like fire signs, we just need that inspiration. You know what I mean? We just need to be talked up and be like, yeah, I can do it. You know what I mean? Because also being a theoretical, we can be in our heads a lot, and being in your heads and over obsessing can create depression.
Yeah.
Meditate on the wrong things.
That's if you think about too much.
Yeah. So
I forget easily. People say I have amnesia because I don't hold grudges and stuff. They're like, don't you remember such and such did that? I'm like, no. Like, I don't have time to remember all of that stuff. For what? So I could be mad all the time. I'll be mad all the time. I don't like that. And people like in my neighborhood, they do. They're like, how come you speaking to that person? And I'm like,
that's because
what happened?
You know what?
They remember everything. They got the whole list. And I'm like, what? I don't remember anything that.
Seriously and honestly, people who can get over things are people who are busy because they move on.
Maybe.
There's people who are still and they can't get past. It's like a book.
I never thought about that, Sean. Yeah.
If you leave a book on one page and you come back the next day, it's still at that same page until somebody turns it. Then you have to be the person to turn that page. And people who are busy are able to turn the page because they don't have time to be caught up.
That's probably what it is. Because I don't remember. I really know. I'm like, no, I forgot he said that to me. Or I forgot he said that to me. I don't remember. Like what? So it's not.
Let me say something. That is good because as Sagittarius, we kind of move on quickly as well. We adapt quickly and move on. It's good, but then it's not good.
I
The
know.
thing is, like he said, we're being busy and we're dismissing our feelings in the process.
I do. I
You,
know.
you don't realize that that's what you're doing because you want to be in this place of peace and happiness, but you're not identifying like what core issues are going on. Not necessarily with the other person, with yourself.
For me, right? Why am I allowing these
Why
things?
are you just so quick to like just because some issues do need to be
addressed,
but exactly, some things need to be addressed. So are you? So
I ignore it.
want to challenge you to now confront some of your feelings that you have and actually communicate that with some of these people, and not just be quick and just be like, yeah, girl, I'm fine. Let's go on. Let's move on to the next thing.
I do. I know. And then all it hurts is me.
Exactly.
You're right.
So before I interrupted, what were you going to say to Rhonda?
Some tips. We need some tips. Yeah. Just a few tips for everybody.
That was a tip for all of us.
That was my best.
A lot of people that's listening don't realize, because I know I didn't for years realize that, okay, that's great. I'm adapting. I'm back to this happiness and joy, but I'm not addressing my feelings. For example, just if I don't want to eat something, if I'm cold, if I'm hot, if it's, if someone said something to me that was mean and it hurt my feelings, but I'm just like, no, I could just brush that off. But then now they keep doing it, and then I keep brushing it off, and I'm not getting to the core issue. Where I'm going to have liberation and peace, really, and freedom is, you know what? I didn't like what you said to me. And explaining that, and this is nothing wrong with us having differences. That's why we're different. Like, let's celebrate our differences instead of getting mad at each other because we are different.
I like it.
And that's something we don't tend to do. We're mad at each other, or mad because this person could do this person can sing better, or this person could do this. No, let's celebrate that. That's great. She can do something that you can't do, and you have something that she don't have.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing. It's not a bad thing, but we're taught to be jealous and envy of each other.
I know.
Embracing the difference, not just within our own culture, but just human races across the globe. It's really that a Chinese person, and now I can eat Chinese food and experience that. You know what I mean? My culture don't do that.
Right. And if you want to get to the bottom of that, I have new videos uploaded on the Supreme Team website. We have a new intangibles tab where I'm adding videos about our own individuality, about the parts of us that function, that creates our personality. So, and we also we'll be uploading our interviews on the landing page too. We have Pat's video up there, and this video will be added. And that webpage has been relaunched, and we'll just be updating it as we go along.
Nice.
Awesome. Yes, I love the work you guys.
I looked at it too, and I liked it. I shared the videos to my page.
Great. And you can look out for this interview coming up, and you can add it to your platforms too, Ta Sha. And your Instagram is so quiet.
It has been very quiet for a while. I've actually been just readjusting some things and actually building a lot of content. So when I come out this time, it's not going to be no quiet. It's going to be consistency, So yeah, I know I've been quiet, but it's gonna be worth the wait. When I come on,
you used to put those pretty truth shorts out. Remember?
Yes. Oh yeah, it's definitely like what you see now. It's going to be completely different.
Okay, because I missed that.
Thinking a lot more. That's I had to do a trial run. Sometimes you have to do that, and sometimes take a step back to see like what's really going on, where you
What works?
are,
Yeah.
where your audience is, and then giving them what they really need and not what you think they want. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what I had to do, and sometimes that takes time. What I'm learning is, do it when you're ready. You know what I mean? And sometimes you may feel like you got to push yourself, but I'm learning when you're more connected spiritually, you'll know when you're ready. So then you could move out there instead of, going out there swimming and you don't know how to swim. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
All right.
You know?
We won't. Yes. We'll
It
be
took me
looking
10
for it.
years to get comfortable on video.
And we have no choice now
But
because
you're there,
everything
but you're
visual.
there, right? But you're there now. So that's
Yeah, we
the
have
good
no
part.
choice. Everything's visual now. We got to do it.
Yep.
Got to do it. So it's cool. It is. So you want to do your intangibles?
Yes,
Or
indeed. I just added 3
All
new
right.
videos, and we're gonna do another. We're gonna do a podcast coming up at Philly Rec, right?
yeah, because everybody loves that.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I'm even working on a collaboration with Dr. Leslie.
Dr. Leslie Grace. Yes,
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see what comes out of that. If that works, that's gonna be awesome.
it is going to be awesome because I mean, she is phenomenal. She's a writer, or editor. She, financial advisor. She does so much
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
and for the community and the children in Philadelphia in the school system. She always has workshops for them and their parents on how to get businesses started, how to get their finances together. She teaches children how to balance checkbooks and save money, start their
That's so
businesses.
awesome.
She's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
I'm so glad I met her. I
Yes.
really like her. And like I said, if you have a book, she'll edit it and publish it for you.
Oh,
Nice.
Hmm.
I got a couple titles I haven't released.
Yeah. Yeah. Write it up, give it to her. That's what she does. She's a good
Dude,
resource.
That's
Very
good.
good resource.
awesome,
So I'd love
awesome.
to see a
And we
show with
appreciate
you.
our guests here. And we appreciate our guest here, Ta Sha Douglas,
Oh, definitely. I'm so glad to know
the
you.
actor coach.
I'm so glad to know you too.
Yes.
And this was such a pleasure. I enjoyed myself.
Yes, so did I. I'm so
Anytime. I would love to come back.
yeah, we're gonna have to, definitely promote what you do too. So that's one of the things. So tell everybody how they can get in touch with you again, just in case they would like to
Yeah,
have coaching. Definitely.
absolutely. You can check out my website at www.tashadouglas.com. TASHA Douglas, DOUGLAS.com, or also the Instagram, Facebook, any place, Tasha Douglas, you can check me out. So most of my handles are my first and last name. So
She keeps it
Awesome.
simple. That's that branding. See, you can't.
Yes.
it's him exactly. I
Yeah.
can't unfortunately put the apostrophe and all of that on
I
because
know. They won't let you. I know.
so everyone thinks it's Tasha, but it's Tasha.
Yeah. Tasha.
That's right.
Once you know it, it's easy to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
So next week, Sean, maybe we'll have that with Dr. Leslie Grace and you guys, on the show. I'm super excited about that though.
That episode will broadcast this Saturday, right?
Well, the one from last week,
Yeah.
possibly, yeah. I'm
Okay.
I'm I'm gonna check with Sean. It might be this one. I don't know. We can. Yeah, there's a lot going on at the station. My goodness, we have he's added quite a few new shows on Free
Mhm.
Agent Radio. So everybody listening, check out the website. There's going to be some new shows going up, and Carol Lloyd's going to have a new show, Wisdom of
Mhm.
Warfare, where she's going to be talking to young adults about, their whatever they want to talk about. But she's a paralegal. She's a business expert. As you missed it, she was teaching everybody how to do LLCs, S corps, and all the
Wow.
grants that are available to minority business owners. She has it down pat. So we got to have her on as well because I mean she was just giving it to us. I was like, wow, there's so many resources out there that I didn't even know were there.
Wow.
She has it
Right.
all right here in her head. And I'm like, girl,
That's amazing. That's
yeah,
awesome.
got to
Love
sit
it.
down with her and get some money to fund your business. So, yeah, thank you. So
Yeah.
she'll be on Free Agent Radio on Tuesdays from 7 to 8 starting in April. So, yeah, there's a lot of, a lot of good people coming on to the station. And, yeah, I'd love to see you and Dr. Leslie Grace, get together again
Yes, definitely.
and do that intangible. She was loving it.
Yeah, we're gonna
Loving
do we're gonna do a Zoom meeting, and we'll see what comes out of that.
Oh, please do, please,
Yeah,
because that was real good energy between you two. I liked
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yes, and Ta Sha, I'm glad Sean brought you on today. So yeah, we'll have you back.
You
Maybe
guys
every
can come
quarter.
back.
Talk about how people can cope and how they can deal with the changes that we've we've been through. Some huge changes over the
Absolutely.
last year, but there'll be more coming up, just getting acclimated back into whatever this new normal will be. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, thank you so much. So, yeah,
Thank you.
Sean. So, we got to get back in the studio. But
That's right.
until then, yeah, we want to tell all our listeners that, you just got to check out our social media. I'm at Rhonda Supreme on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So, you'll know what's going on the show.
And I'm My Prolific Life on Instagram. So
Yeah, just check
you
us
check
out.
us out there,
You'll always know what's
and
going
you can
on.
find the link for the Supreme Team show at
Right.
both of our platforms.
Right. There you go. Yep, because I'm always share it. So thank you. Thank you again for being here with us, Tasha. And thank you all of our listeners for listening in today. Remember to follow us and remember to stay with Free Agent Radio. We are on 24 hours, 7 days a week. We are out.
Definitely. Okay, now.
Thank
See
you guys.
ya.
Take care. Thank you.